Coming up on Current OC.
Tonight, we take a look at how crucial beach restoration is to our shore community.
Plus, we'll show you the hidden dangers of caffeinated drinks, such as coffee and Red Bull.
These stories and more, it all starts now on the Current OC.
You feel like it's time, but you can't let it go. And you got no beginning, but you just don't know. Here we are, wide awake. This time you know, this time you'll go all the way, all the way.
From the OC TV studios along 6th and Atlantic, Raider Nation's leading news magazine starts now in high definition. This is Current OC.
Hello, and welcome to the Current OC. I am Stella Schwartz.
And I'm Nathan Gowdy. Thank you for joining us on this January 19th edition of the Current OC.
As the temperature drops, you may start to feel a bit more sluggish and down in the dumps. What you may be surprised to hear is that there's an actual scientific explanation behind those winter blues.
As the warm, sunny weather leaves us, many people may start to get a case of the winter blues. What they probably don't know is that it may not be just as simple as that. Seasonal affective disorder, also known as seasonal depression, often goes unheard of or ignored. But not only is it very real, it also can be very serious. Symptoms include feeling depressed more often, having difficulty concentrating, losing interest in activities you once enjoyed, feeling sluggish or agitated, having low energy, having problems sleeping, and feeling hopeless. We sat down with Miss Sachs to find some ways to help prevent these symptoms.
Well, I'm not so sure that it necessarily can be entirely prevented, but there's definitely a lot of things that will alleviate maybe some of the symptoms somebody might be having. So, for example, you have a lack of vitamin D coming from the sunlight because we have less of it during the winter months. So one of the things that's a really kind of neat thing I actually use at home is light therapy. So that stimulates the vitamin D, which helps us as far as creating serotonin in our brains, things that make us feel calm, things that make us feel happy. Sometimes if you have low vitamin D, you can go to the doctor, and there are supplements for that as well. So that's something that will help with the energy and like kind of having that sluggishness and things like that. Exercise is an excellent thing for all sorts of different type of mental health things, whether it's seasonal or otherwise, with depression, anxieties, etc. Exercise is an excellent coping skill for that.
How do you help prevent symptoms like this while you're in school?
I would say, given the fake lights that we have in here, exercise, if it's feasible to just even get up, if you're able to excuse yourself for a minute, go for a walk to kind of wake yourself up a little bit, and also eating healthy. That's also going to help with energy as well.
This has been Allie Jane Rubble reporting for the Current OC.
Stella, isn't that your third cup of coffee today?
Yeah, but I can't seem to get enough. I'm always so tired.
Well, Stella, there's a chance that you might be addicted. Caffeine addiction is more common than you might think and quite dangerous. Our very own Adam Hubby investigates.
Every day, thousands of Americans as well as students start off their day with a boost of caffeine. What does it contain that makes us keep coming back for more, and how has it changed in the past to get to the point that is today? Caffeine, it runs our life, but why, how, and at what cost? Here at the Current OC, we investigated further into this mysterious ingredient. So what do major corporations like Wawa, Starbucks, and Dunkin' Donuts have in common? You would be surprised to know that all of their delicious drinks are extremely caffeinated. But it doesn't stop there. Popular sodas, energy drinks, and even coffee acts as a stimulant to give you that hyper kick.
What?
What?
But what about coffee? Coffee has been around for several decades and used to be an adult drink, but through time, big coffee brands adapted towards a better taste, causing people to get addicted. Well, how desperate are you for that caffeine? Are big brands making you addicted, and how is it going to affect you in the long run? Do you think you could last without that cup of coffee for the day? There are many alternatives.
Secret of coffee that's good to the very last drop is right in this jar with the stars on top.
This has been Adam Hubby reporting from the Current OC.
Man, I can't wait to shred those gnarly waves after school. Stella, you want to come?
I hate to break it to you, Nate, but a lot of beaches are closed off for beach restoration.
Darn. Well, at least I can enjoy those beautiful beaches in May.
Our own Jacob Schneider was missing the beach too, so he gave us an inside look at how to maintain the beaches in America's greatest family resort.
We all love the beach, but what would happen if it just disappeared? Ever since Superstorm Sandy, beaches along the coast have deplenished at a rapid rate. But we're not giving up. We sat down with Don Brandonelli, where he showed us the efforts being taken to restore our beaches. What is the whole point of this project?
Well, Jake, what you have, as the year goes through, especially in the wintertime, you have a lot of storms that eat away at the beach, and the beach is what protects the businesses and the homes on the island. The idea here is to put some more distance between the structures and the waves.
How does the process work?
Well, the first thing they do is they bring a barge in that has a dredge on it. And what that'll do is that'll pick up sand from a borrow area, which is offshore. And then they'll pump that through a pipe. It'll come up on the beach. And then we'll extend that pipe up and down the beach to deposit the sand where we need it to be.
Can you tell me a little bit about the project?
We put 1.2 million cubic yards on the beach. That's at a cost of about $9 million. And then once it's on the beach, they'll use the dozers to level and grade it.
Are there any environmental effects in this whole process?
Oh, well, the idea is to limit any type of environmental effects. What we do specifically on this beach is we strain all the sand and water coming out of the dredge. Nothing comes on the beach, any kind of hazardous materials or any kind of ammunition or anything that might be offshore, deposited under the water. So I would say no environmental effects. And we keep a pretty close eye on that.
Without this project, we wouldn't be able to enjoy our lovely ocean. So next time you're enjoying a day at the beach, keep in mind all the rigorous work that's put into them. This has been Jacob Schneider reporting for the Current OC.
Last week, we gave you a fun highlight of our OCHS swim team in action. This week, we're showing you another aquatic sport, diving. The two may share the same pool, but they're very different in how they compete.
I'm Luke Gallagher. I'm Sarah. I'm Lorna.
I'm Connor Dean.
I'm Alexandra.
I'm Luke Hansen.
This is my first year diving.
My name's Tanner James. I'm a junior. It's my second year diving.
I'm Bella Longshire. I'm in 11th grade and this is my third year diving. Hi, I'm Haley Stack. I'm a senior and I've been diving for 4 years.
The OCHS Dive Team is a group of 10 outgoing and hardworking individuals. Practices 3 days a week consist of many dives and skill-building exercises. The 5 groups of dives include forward, back, reverse, inward, and twisting. How the dive is performed is all up to the diver. This fairly new team has formed a bond and support one another in practices and meets no matter what. Whether someone flops or rises to the occasion, the dive team has each other's backs. We wish the best of luck to the dive team as they continue to compete in their 2017-2018 season. This has been Bella Wamsher reporting for the Current OC.
Well, the snow may be behind us, but it doesn't seem to get any warmer.
Kayla, is there any end in sight from these frigid temperatures?
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Stella, I am glad to inform you that there does seem to be some relief coming for us from those cold temperatures. If you take a look at our current radar, you'll see that we have no precipitation in the area, so that means that temperatures and conditions are pretty beautiful for today if you're heading outside. On to our area temperatures. It is not too bad. 37 in Wildwood, 38 in Millville, 35 in Philadelphia, and 29 in Trenton and Lakehurst. These aren't necessarily warm, but it's definitely better than the degrees in the 17s and 18s that we've been seeing the past 2 weeks. On to our local conditions. It is 40 here in Ocean City with a humidity of 41 and wind speeds of 10.4. That's pretty mild, but still keep that in mind when you're heading outside today. On to our weekly forecast. It is pretty mild for the rest of the week as well, with temperatures in the 40s during the day and the 20s into the 30s in the night. You might want to keep that in mind when you're going to sleep. Grab a blanket. Also grab a few jackets for today and tomorrow, 54 on Saturday. Sunday, 50, and Sunday night, 34. Not too bad. On to the rest of the week, we're seeing temperatures that are also pretty okay. There is a slight chance of rain on Monday night into Tuesday, so keep that in mind, but nothing to worry about for the rest of the week, so you'll be able to enjoy it pretty well.
You need a place for a date? Need a place to grab some good grub? Well, we have an event for you. The OC Boy Scout Troop number 32 is holding its annual fundraising event, the second annual Super Chili Bowl. Come Saturday, February the 3rd at 4 p.m. at the Howard S. Staten Senior Center. You can bring your own chili dish to the competition to possibly take home the grand prize. To be a part of the tasting and ultimate judging, it will only cost you $5. Get out and support the troops and fill your belly at the same time.
Well, that will do it for us on this edition of the Current OC. We would like to show our gratitude to our audience for taking time out of their day to view our weekly broadcast.
Remember to log on and catch all additional content and shows by visiting oc-tv.org.
We're also on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram at OCNJTV. So be sure to like our page. Follow us there too.
And as always, thanks for watching.